Hey, hey, hey. Tab from the Out of This World story from our space. Divorcing my cheating wife and leaving her nothing. I'm getting depressed and overreacting. My D-Day was July 26th, 2020. My, male 30, wife, female 30, had her online emotional sexual affair lasting a few weeks. Snapchat, nothing in person. I posted a few times but always got embarrassed and delete. Things have gotten infinitely better for us the last few months, but there's something that set me off this week and I can't decide if I'm overreacting. I know it has definitely nuked my sex drive and made me depressed, but I can't pinpoint why. This started on TikTok. We both have an account. We don't make videos for the comedy that comes out of it. We share videos with each other. She shares unrealistically attractive men with her friends on there. It makes me insecure as hell, but I leave that one alone. Because of what she did, all of her accounts are open, if that makes sense. I can see all the videos she interacts on, etc., and obviously her phone is open to me anytime I get paranoid, which hasn't been for 3 months. Well, 4 days ago, she liked a video by a local guy that was not funny. This guy was the high school pretty boy. Quite frankly, every girl is smitten with him. Quite local to us, but none of us know each other. She followed him on TikTok, commented on a couple of videos, etc. That was fine, and I don't know if she realized I knew at the time. I didn't care anyways, as it didn't bother me. I found out that she also searched him, added him on Facebook and Instagram, and started liking some of his posts. Now for me, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but that kind of stuff tells me you want this person's attention. I brought my thoughts up to her, asked her why she felt the need to add someone single and extremely attractive and start giving them attention that she does not know. The only answer she gave me is, "There's no reason. I don't want his attention. I just wanted to." We fought about it for a few hours, and I eventually left it alone, as I couldn't get any further then, because I wanted to. To me, you don't seek out people you do not know or did not grow up with that are also single and very attractive for no reason. It's stupid and probably idiotic, but has been bugging me for some time, and I can't seem to get over it. Am I in the wrong here? I kind of feel like I'm overreaching, but I also feel like, because I wanted to, is a cop-out to hide the truth. I know you all aren't therapists, but am I going nuts? So let's see what some of the comments were before we move on to the update. Fluffy Benefits 2023 starts us off. I would be upset. This is her reaching out via online channels to someone attractive, and that's what her last affair was compromised of, from the sound of it. Tell her your concerns in a calm way. You want to protect your relationship, and if she wants to be in it, she should as well. This behavior sounds immature and insensitive of your feelings. Has she gone to therapy? Maybe she's lacking something inside her that she is trying to fill with this behavior. The OP's response to that. I told her as calmly as I could. I get the impression she believes I am overreaching, as she keeps stating there was no definite reason for adding him, and I need to accept that. I just can't, because that answer is a cop-out and untrue. Next comment from QF Chero. She cheated. Excuse me, she is still cheating. She disrespected you in the marriage. She fractured the trust you have in her. If she is truly remorseful for the cheating, then she would be doing everything possible to rebuild the trust and respect for the marriage and for you. Her words may be telling you what she thinks you want to hear, but her actions are the complete opposite. She doesn't seek validation from you. She is seeking validation outside of the marriage from other men. Remember that past behavior is a useful marker for future behavior. The OP responds to this one. I don't believe she is cheating still. I have full access to her phone, and honestly everything has been great up until this. She genuinely believes she isn't doing anything wrong with this. That's why I asked if I'm going crazy. I don't know what to feel. On one hand, she didn't cross any boundary I had laid out, but I still feel like the cycle is starting again. Zooming Brain has one more thought before we jump to the update. You are not overreacting. This is clearly contacting and being disrespectful, rude to you. She should not even consider adding another male to her social media during reconciliation. I'm talking years, without discussing it with you. The fact she doesn't think she's doing anything wrong is doubly disturbing. This sort of thing is the start down the road to another betrayal. She's spending time and energy seeking attention from another man that she should be spending on healing the marriage. Okay, let's see how the drama pans out with the update. Everyone was right. I'm so crushed. I post history details what happened. Well, everyone here was right. I had an anonymous bum call at work today. He told me she was effing around on Snapchat. I called her and told her to get home now. I forced her to sign in and saw everything. Over 15 guys getting sexts, naked pictures for the last 6 months. It gets worse. After some pressure and a long argument, I convinced her I'd stay if she told me the whole truth. She effed someone in my bed, in my home. I have her everything. I gave her my whole life. We grew up together, with each other since 17. 13 years down the drain. I am so effing destroyed. My poor kids. My poor babies. I took her ring off and walked out. Lawyers tomorrow. I'm so effed up right now I can't even think. I was stupid and did not read the rules properly. Update posted below. Update. I went to the house today, as I should not have left originally. I sat her down and told her how it is. It's my parents' house. She is to leave. Tonight. I'm giving her 2 days to get her affairs in order and then taking the new vehicle I just purchased for her and selling my Mustang as I need a 6-seater, and she cannot afford the payments in the vehicle. She's had a comfortable home wife life, and an entry-level job will not pay for that SUV, and I'm not paying for her. Unfortunately, I cannot afford a lawyer, so I've applied for legal aid. 10 business days to even hear if I qualify. In lieu of that, we drew up a separation agreement together. She gets nothing. I'm giving her $200 to get on her feet. She'll have no vehicle by Friday. She has to leave the house. Kids stay with me until she can find housing. Then we'll revisit custody split. So far, neither of us have any interest in changing the kids' lives. She has agreed to sign divorce papers and asks for nothing as signed in the agreement. I already paid the phone bill for the month, so she can keep it until October 20th. Then she is either to pay the balance and transfer to her own name, or I cut off the phone. I work nights, but it sounds like my job is willing to give me a transfer on the day shift so I can be there for the kids and not have her in my house any more than necessary. Today was absolutely the hardest day of my life. So absolutely crushed and broken. She finally formally apologized on her way out. When she started her vehicle, I closed the door and collapsed against it, bawling. I don't feel like I can handle this right now. It took everything I had to come back from the first time this happened. I'm so utterly destroyed. Time for some advice. Jackie999 says, I'm so sorry for what happened to you. I give you credit, though, for being able to go. So many of us didn't, and are much farther in now than how long you have lost in years. Too far to leave. Be there for your kids and take care of yourself. It's going to take time. Be thankful you got out, and for your sake, please stay out. Tertiary78 has the next thought. What an incredibly broken and thirsty woman. Sad for your kids that she's their mother. Protect them as much as possible. Be very wary about leaving the home. Do it for a while, for lawyer recommendations, as you definitely need a break from her. But be sure it won't hurt your case for custody. Sorry, this really sucks, and it means the entire last year has been an entire waste of time. Learn the value of gray rocking and 180ing. Make her a stranger in your life. Mother of your kids only. Know nothing about the rest of her life. Read, leave a cheater, gain a life. Cheating in a nutshell. And the body keeps the score. Find a healthy coping mechanism to handle all the pain and anger. Channel your emotional energy into something positive in your life. Working out, yoga, journaling, some other hobby. Fight to find the happiness in life you deserve. Last comment before moving on from No Country for Told Men. I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. First of all, whatever lies she spins or BS she tries to feed you, none of this is your fault. She's the one who made these decisions and tore apart her family. Don't let anyone try to convince you you're overreacting or that you should give her another chance. Second, this rage and pain and stab through the chest feeling all pass with time. I'm several years out now, and it does get better and easier with time. Reach out to your support network. If you don't have one, look around online. So many have been where you are right now. You deserve respect and love, and you weren't getting it from her long before today. Now you have a chance to make something better for you and your kids. Sending you all good thoughts. You've got this. Okay, on to the next story. Think I caught my male 41, long-term girlfriend, female 38, and a lie, considering breaking up. With update. I'm leaving a ton out of here, but the short version is, my girlfriend disappeared today after work in a total uncharacteristic way. We talk every day, especially at night before her bedtime. It's a routine we've had for ages. If she goes out or stays with friends, she just tells me. Just because that's what we do. We always tell each other where we are. Anyways, she hadn't replied since she left work at 2:30 p.m. This doesn't happen for us, really. Ever. I get super worried, and finally go drive by her house at 11:15 p.m. And her car isn't there. She's usually in bed by 10 p.m. on work nights. After more texts and calls, she finally calls me at 12:30. She's using her apologetic tone, and trying to sound sleepy. Have to be very honest here, I know the girl pretty good. This sounded like acting to me. I asked her what happened. She says she fell asleep. I'm like, you've been asleep since before 7 p.m.? Again, this just never happens like this. Well, where was your car when I drove by? I could sense the, oh shit, hesitation, but then she said, oh, maybe my dad took it. Her dad is hovering around 80 years old. He goes to sleep before she does. I don't believe for one second he decided to go on a late-night cruise in her Mustang in the hood. I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'll hear, oh, my brother took it. But I think this is unlikely too. He works. They all pretty much go to sleep around the same time and get up early. We've had a fair amount of issues in the past, but it felt like we had turned a corner recently. There's this slim chance her brother really did on this particular night decide to take her car out near midnight, and that casts some doubt. I don't want to accuse her of something she didn't do or end this relationship over a bad coincidence. But it's hard to believe this is just a coincidence. I feel like this is pushing me to a breakup. The whole sneaking around at night and lying to me about it, there's never been a need to hide anything. So why tonight? If she wanted to hang out with friends, it's never been an issue. So this makes me think she's cheating or testing the waters. I've had some suspicions in the past, but this is the first time where I've seen something I'd consider a blatant red flag. Am I crazy for thinking of breaking up over this? How do I proceed? I know the poster's looking for advice, but we're just going to skip to the update today. Update. She texted me this morning to tell me she actually went to a festival with her girlfriend and her kids, and she's sorry. I have absolutely no idea why that warranted the lie that she was home asleep. She goes out. It's never been a problem before. I know Reddit likes to jump to conclusions. No, I don't control her. We both would let each other know how and where we were at, what we were doing, what kind of random funny thing happened to us. We also know each other's hours. It's just been the pattern of our communication over the years. Last night was the first time I've ever driven to her house to see if she's home, and it was purely because I was worried as crap. I'll also add, I've only met her dad on a few occasions. The rest of her family and friends I've been hidden away from for 6 years. I've introduced her to my family. This has been the biggest source of friction in the relationship. Just as the last update. I told her it's over this afternoon. Between last night and being kept from her friends, family, and other things, I'm just done. Not that it matters, but I was taken back again. After rereading her text from this morning, no explanation or apology for why she had to resort to lying. She said, sorry, but basically swept the lying part under the rug. Thanks for all the comments. Hope you all have a good night. Sounds like this story's over, but let's get some reactions, right? Jadale starts us off. The rest of her family and friends I've been hidden away from for 6 years. I've introduced her to my family. This has been the biggest source of friction in the relationship. Talk about burying the lead. I am sorry to say this, but you are very likely her side piece. I was in a similar situation. The whole never meeting friends was a red flag. I ignored for too long. Another one coming from AltEgo25. I think she's up to no good. It looks like you decided to end the relationship. I say good on you. You've maintained some pride. She was probably doing something with a different guy. I don't know how bad, but certainly not acceptable. Our last thought coming from Primary Giraffe 4012. Being sneaky and shady destroys trust. To have a successful and happy relationship, there are vitally important and necessary things to make it work. Mutual respect, honesty, communication, sex and intimacy with your partner, loyalty, regard for others' feelings, and support. She should not be sneaking around or completely ignoring your calls. She completely disregarded your feelings or even cared because you mentioned her going ghost. Never happened before, and obviously, when you care about someone and haven't heard from them all day, of course you're going to be worried. She did not take your feelings into consideration or account, as she just didn't care that you were worried and scared she was possibly even injured, because this is way out of character. At least touch base after a few hours, because I'm sure she had to have thought you'd be worried, or she just did not care. Then came the lies. Her father drove the car, or maybe her brother, or could have been the stray cat. The truth will never change, as it's one story, and that's that. Lies and liars are not consistent. If she cannot respect you enough and be considerate of your feelings, partnership or team effort here can't just be a one-way street. Then maybe she's just not the right one. You shouldn't have to have these feelings and thoughts if you're in a healthy and happy relationship. Don't let her try and gaslight or backpedal her way out of this. You have every dang right to have feelings and a voice, and you should not have to deal with things, sweep them under the rug, or sacrifice yourself and your feelings for someone that didn't respect yours. Good luck.